got mail.
Hey guys, my name is Ryan.
And my name is Mysca.
And welcome to Overwatch Central, and welcome to the Mailbox, a series where we answer your questions from the comments below. So if you do have any interesting questions that you haven't seen in any of the episodes, do leave them in the comments below and we may answer them in a future episode. Because we have a couple more questions to answer, let's get straight into it.
The first question is from A. on Twitter asking, how do you cool off after a losing streak? I think this is a really good question actually, because most of us have our own little ways to sort of cool off. I pretty much always take a 10-minute break after 3 losses in a row. 1 loss is like, you can't just take a break after you lost 1 game. 2 games is a bit meh, I'll start to feel a bit sort of, not sad necessarily, but yeah, not so great. But 3 is where I just break off and take a 10-minute break from the game. It's good to take a break and a step back to prevent tilting and all that stuff. And I don't really do anything special during those 10 minutes. I just, go get something to drink or eat real quick and yeah, just step back from the game. I don't stay in game, I close down the game and just take a 10-minute break. So yeah, that's all I do.
I think it's quite easy to get into that mentality of, we just one more win to just finish on this sort of like gambling attitude, I suppose, that they just want to go out on a win sort of thing. And it can make the whole thing a lot worse and it can stress you out, which stresses everybody else out. So it is just important to take a break, go make a cup of tea, go to the toilet, have a 5-minute break. Maybe even talk about what went wrong in those games if you're playing as a pre-made, but just generally sort of take it easy. Of course, with Ranked Out, it's a lot more serious and a lot more is at stake. It was pretty good when Bob Ross was on Twitch as well, and just to watch him, and he was the ultimate sort of chill out mode. So if you do need anything to sort of watch to relax with, then Bob Ross is the best thing to do here. Alex asks, are you currently playing any games other than Overwatch? Well, nothing new, I'm still playing FIFA as per usual. FIFA is very much my game where I shut down on a night, listen to a podcast or whatever on the other screen. I just sort of not really think about playing. Other than that, I'm not really playing anything. I might get back into World of Warcraft down the line. We may set up a guild in the future, I think that's a pretty good idea, but we're totally not sure. We might come back for Legion, but that'll be about it. But other than FIFA, not really. Just playing the game that is life.
I don't play anything nearly as much as Overwatch nowadays, but I have recently started playing a bit more Dota again, and I also hop on World of Warcraft and Hearthstone from time to time. But yeah, I like that Overwatch games are filled with a lot of action in just about 8 minutes though, so you can hop out after that if you wish. And I took a break from Dota earlier in the year and last year because of the typical 30 to 50 minute games, which it's not great. You dedicate so much time to one game, and if you lose that you feel really bad. And also if something happens during those 30 to 50 minutes, you can't just really pause the game and just go AFK for like 10 minutes. It doesn't really work, so you don't really have these 8-minute intervals where you can jump in and out and so on. So yeah, that's why Overwatch has just stuck to me so well. But I do like playing Dota a little bit now and then at least. Go Across asks, what is your guys' favorite ultimate in the game? It's an interesting question actually. People will probably have very different answers for this one, I'm guessing. I'm gonna have to go with Reinhardt Earthshatter or Mercy Resurrection. Well, it's a difficult choice really. It's kind of hard to define what makes your favorite ultimate your favorite ultimate. But those two just kind of, I don't know, they just appear in my head when I think of my favorite ultimates. Earthshatter is pretty satisfying to use, and it can be very impactful too. And I don't know, the stun is just, there's something about it, just slamming down your hammer. It's a pretty sort of epic ability in that sense. Mercy's Resurrection can be so game-changing as well, and it's also, it's instantly like rewarding, you don't have to ult and then capitalize off of the ultimate like a Sorry ult, for example. You just rest your whole team, and yeah, that makes a huge difference.
I really like the Death Blossom. I think it's a ult that seems to sort of fit my playstyle of just running in and just gunning everything down if you can. Soldier's ult is also great, not just because it's an aimbot, but just the ability to sort of flank with it and surprise a lot of people. You can get some pretty easy pickoffs fairly quickly, like Mercy's and Pharah's that might be in the air. And of course there's Zarya ult. There's so much you can do with the Zarya ult, and when you get a multi-kill with it, you always feel important. Overall, she's a great hero at the moment, and I would definitely suggest playing her if you haven't really had the chance to. Jerry Brazel asks, what are your favourite childhood games? Well, of course, the Crash Bandicoot games are a firm favourite of mine. World of Warcraft, kind of, you know, I played it in my teenage years and made really close friends throughout it. But I think my favourite game of all time, as I've gone over in the past, is an old game which is Digimon World, and it's basically when you sort of bring up this Digimon and it evolves over time, and it's a really difficult game. So I think that nostalgic part of my mind really enjoys it, but Jesus Christ, it was a hard game. Other than that, the Pokemon games were obviously great, and seeing as you haven't specified on video games, all of the old stuff that we used to play as kids, Yu-Gi-Oh cards, Beyblades, Crazy Bones, all of these nostalgic things from a British childhood. Do let us know if you remember them, because I think I still have the collection of Beyblades in my house, so yeah, they're definitely things I look back to with fond favourites of my childhood.
For me, it's definitely the Legend of Zelda: The Wind Waker, which is, I don't know if you guys have played it, but I really like it, alongside Ocarina of Time, of course. Other than that, I remember playing really old browser games on PC, and also Rayman. I think it was Rayman 3 in particular, on console, so I think I played Rayman 3 right when it came out, and yeah, I really love that game. I had a GameCube as a child and also had a PC. Put your favorite childhood games in the comments below, because, you know, why not? And here comes another Overwatch related question via Twitter from Curious Little TT, who says, do you think we'll see any special skins come Halloween time? Maybe a werewolf McCree or something along those lines. I hope so, but so long as they're not too crazy. Blizzard are amazing at creating cosmetics, so I'm sure they can pull it off. It's just a matter of seeing if they want to do it or not. I'm not sure they should really go all out with it and do it for all characters, but maybe it'd be nice to see some somewhat seasonal at least, skins for various characters. But around Christmas time, I don't want to see all the characters running around with little Santa hats. That'd be a bit too much for me.
Imad Al-Hakim asks, what are the best 250 credit skins for each character? I think Reinhardt hands down. I do like the Carbon Fiber, Genji and Diva, but the different skins of the Paragon one and the Bundeswehr one are just so good. I honestly thought they were legendary skins to begin with, and I actually prefer Paragon to the legendary skins anyway, and especially imagine it with a golden hammer that you can get from Ranked, just how good that would look. I do like the white one, which is the Reaper one, and I think it's the Jackal one for Farah as well, which are pretty good. But other than that, I can't think of any good ones. I'm really looking forward to future skins down the line though. Hopefully we see some soon, because so far there's been some really good skins in the game and I can't wait for more.
Yeah, I definitely agree with the Reinhardt skins here, and they're just so much better than pretty much all the other epic skins in Overwatch. And a while back, the Bundeswehr one for Reinhardt was actually the only one where he had his helmet off as well, before the Lionheart and Stoneheart and those ones came into the game. So yeah, I really like those Reinhardt ones too. But Genji's Carbon Fiber skin is pretty much on level with those in my opinion. It's pretty decent. I really like the sort of look of it, and yeah. So it's the Reinhardt skins and the Genji Carbon Fiber one for me at least. And last but not least, we have Legioni02 on YouTube asking favorite type of sandwich and what kind of bread. I thought we'd end with a question that's not gaming related at all this time, kind of like last time. So to make this easy, I'll just say what I get at Subway, since it's a sandwich place sort of available all around the world really. Maybe not where you live, but probably is. So yeah, at Subway I would probably get, pretty much always get the steak and cheese option with the spicy cheese, and then pretty much all the veggies on there except probably the olives. And for the dressing, I would always get the saltless chipotle, and then yeah, salt and pepper. Yeah, that's pretty much it.
Yeah, with what I get from Subway is different to what I'd make at home. At Subway I get a turkey breast and ham, and then when I'm at home I usually just have tuna sandwiches. They've been a firm favourite since I was a kid, and they're just so easy to make. I don't really know why I like them so much, but yeah, that would be a typical sandwich. Ham, bacon, sausage are also really good sandwiches. Just anything with meat in it really. Not really a veggie kind of person with my sandwiches, but whatever. Thank you very much for the questions, guys. Do leave some interesting questions in the comments below. Do have a look through at the other comments as well to make sure that somebody hasn't already asked your question. We had a lot of duplicates last week, so we just want to get the variety of different questions out. Thanks for watching, take care, and we'll see you next time.